everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Dr. Sabrina Starling, the business psychologist and author of How to Hire the Best here at Tap the Potential. I'm coming to you with our Monday mindset moment. And today I wanted to talk with you about a topic that's been making its way around the internet, and a lot of people are talking about it, and it's the topic of grit. So specifically, I want to talk to you about how are you encouraging grit amongst your employees. And before I get into that, I do want to share a quick announcement with those of you who are listening. We have a special summer savings going on right now on the How to Hire the Best workshop. So if you want to take advantage of that, you need to go to tapthepotential.com/join, Join, and use code SUMMER17, all lowercase letters, and save $300 on your workshop registration. So that's good for any of you who are hiring currently, or if you're going to be hiring in the next few months, you're really going to want to take advantage of that savings and get into that workshop. It's all revised, revamped, new. I'm very excited about it, and we're going to offer this savings for a very short period of time, so hop on over there and take advantage of it. Okay, so back to our topic here of how do you encourage grit in your employees. So first off, let me explain why you would even want your employees to have grit. I hear all the time from business owners that one of your greatest frustrations with your team is that it feels very hard to get them to do their own problem solving, to get them to think for themselves, and really finding those employees who will persist and not just give up when they encounter a problem or a roadblock. And that's what grit is all about. It is all about persistence and not giving up. So Dr. Angela Duckworth is the one who is pioneering all the research on grit. She's been on podcasts recently. The one that I heard most recently where I heard her is on the Freakonomics podcast. They've featured her work, and then they have a parallel podcast where they've been sharing her work. But we want children. She focuses on children and grit, but she's also been studying grit, people who are successful and who've exhibited grit in a variety of challenging situations. And what we're learning about grit is that you can encourage it by certain things that you do. So as a business owner, you want grit on your team, and you want your employees to exhibit it. So there's certain actions that you can take to encourage grit. You certainly can't take someone who comes to you who has no grit whatsoever and give that to them. That's not going to happen. But if you have somebody who shows signs of having grit elsewhere in their life and they're on your team, but you're not seeing them exhibit grit in the workplace, there are things that you can do to encourage them. Having a growth mindset, and that's how this all ties into a Monday mindset moment. You want your culture in your business to promote a growth mindset, that learning mentality that you've been hearing me talk about so much on these Monday mindset moments. We want to learn from our mistakes. Mistakes are learning opportunities. People who exhibit grit show that ability to keep coming back at a problem, but not doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result. That's banging your head against the wall. That's highly ineffective. People who exhibit grit will look at their previous learning from the past mistakes and use that to make better decisions going forward. So you as a business owner can do certain things to encourage grit. And let me share an example with you. This morning I had a toddler meltdown moment, and it was a great opportunity to think about what do we do to encourage grit. So my youngest was trying to put a puzzle together, and she had this one piece and she almost had it right exactly where it needed to go, but she kept turning it a little too much, and it would never quite fit, and she was getting more and more frustrated, and I was watching the frustration build, and I just commented on it. I said, wow, you're getting really frustrated and you're sticking with it. Good for you for sticking with it. It did not prevent the meltdown. I wasn't about trying to prevent the meltdown anyway. I knew it was coming. But I wanted her to internalize, hey, you're sticking with it, and I appreciate that. She never did solve the puzzle. She cried, ran off in anger, whatever. She'll get over it. It's tough to be a child of a psychologist, I'll just say that. But you can think about this with your own team, because our own impatience as business owners is the greatest enemy we have of encouraging our employees to have grit. I could have easily prevented that meltdown by just turning that puzzle piece for her and said, here honey, here you go, look, put it in place, good for you, you solved the puzzle. I didn't do that. I let her experience the frustration. And when we're in our businesses and everything's going fast and we're trying to hurry up and get things done, we just want to take the things from the employee and say, I'll do it myself. Don't worry, you don't need to learn how to do this. So watch for your own impatience interfering with grit. The other thing that you can do is you can comment and acknowledge when you see your employees persisting in trying to figure out a problem. That's one way of promoting grit amongst your team. Another thing that you can do is constantly ask them, what are you learning from this? What did you learn in this moment? So when my daughter's calm, I'll go back to her later on and I'll say, let's look at this puzzle again and let's try it again. What did you learn the last time when you were working on this about this puzzle piece? That's promoting a coaching culture, that's promoting a learning and growth mindset, and you want to be mindful of doing that with your team. So pay attention this week as you go about your week. Look for those opportunities that you have to acknowledge persistence in your employees. Look for those opportunities to ask them about, what are you learning? Okay, you made a mistake here, but what did you learn from it? Rather than just jumping in and fixing it yourself. Okay, great. I hope everyone has a great week. And remember, if you want to take advantage of that summer savings on the How to Hire the Best workshop, just go to tapthepotential.com/join. Use the One Easy Pay option and use coupon code SUMMER17 to save $300 on your registration. Let's get you some great employees on your team. Bye, everyone.